Welcome back to IFI Chronicles. In this video, I'm going to show you why looking at market price instead of market cap is a total BS. So why both of them are a measure of an asset. We have market value, which is depending on the supply and demand of an asset. And we have market cap, which is depending on the availability of an item, of a token, of a share, multiplying it by the current price. So let me use Bitcoin as an example to be more graphic. So I'm going to bring my calculator here. You can see that the circulating supply. So we have right now 19 million Bitcoin available to trade, to store, or to send to a person, to another. So I'm going to copy that information, which is 19 million. I'm going to paste it in my calculator here, and I'm going to multiply it by the current price, the market price, which is 19,183. So we have a market cap of $367 billion. So as you can see, this is the current price, the market value, 19,180, and the circulating supply is 19 million, and the market cap is 367. Now, let me use a simple analogy that you might understand more easily, which is, let's say we have 10 apples in a basket and you decide to sell each one of them at $1. So you have a market cap of $10 because you have 10 apples, but the market value of that apple is $1. So what I was saying before is that market value depends a lot on supply and demand. Let's say you're the only person in your town that has some apples to sell and you only have 10 apples. So that might be an issue, and that might create some more demand for that apple. Let's say you have 20 people that are interested in purchasing your apples and you only have 10 apples. So what you can do is increase each one of them in price. So instead of selling it for $1, now you could be able to sell it to $2. So your market value is now $2, and your market cap is $20 because you have 10 apples at $2, so your market cap is $20. Now, you might get another person bring in maybe 10 other apples to sell, 20, 30 apples. Now you might have to bring back your market value to $1 because there is more supply than demand. So there is more people selling apples than purchasing apples. So this is how market value works in market cap. So let me show you now how you can use market cap instead and leverage that information in your favor. So I don't know if you might seen before on Twitter, on YouTube, those clickbait titles saying XRP to 100, ADA to 100, Matic to 100. Let me show you how dumb those information and those calls are. I'm going to use Matic as an example, and it is not because I am hating on these coins, because I hold a lot of Matic, so I wish Matic would be at $100. I will get mad rich right now. But let me show you how dumb that information is. So I'm going to type Matic here. Matic. So as you can see, the current price of Matic is 75 cents, right? Pretty cool. The circulating supply is 8.73 billion. So we have 8.73 billion Matic out there to be purchased and to sell. And also the market cap is $6.5 billion. Now, let me use that $100 call that I saw a few days ago saying that by 2023, Matic will be at $100 per coin. So we take $100, just like before, calculating the Bitcoin market cap, multiply that by 8.73 billion. So that means we would have a market cap of $873 billion. Now, let me show you where it lacks a lot of logic behind it. This is CoinMarketCap, and here we can see the list of all the cryptos by the market cap. So right now, the highest one is Bitcoin at $367 billion, followed by Ethereum, which is $163 billion. We have USDT at 67, USDC at 49, BNB at 44, XRP at 23, and BUSD at $20 billion. So that means that if Matic goes to $100 per coin, it would be bigger than Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, USDC, BNB, XRP, BUSD, ADA, all of these 10 top coins, all of them combined. So it actually makes no sense that Matic is going to hit $100, at least in the near term or the next year. Now, let's say, for example, instead of that, we see a call of Matic to $5. So $5 by 8.73 billion. We have a total market cap of $43.65 billion. Now, that would be just right under BNB and above XRP. This is completely achievable because that means we are moving Matic from, let's see, Matic should be around here. Where's Matic? Okay, Polygon. Here it is, Matic. So Matic right now is in number 13 with 6.5. So that means if we hit $5 per token, we would be moving from the spot 13 to spot 6, which is completely achievable. But please do not come here saying that Matic is going to reach $100 because it makes no sense. There is no stats, there is no math to back it up. So next time you see someone calling out Matic, XRP, ADA, BNB to those crazy prices, you now have the tool to go and do that calculation by yourself and see if it lacks some logic or it is really a good call. Now, the second thing and the most important part of this video is how I use the market cap to my advantage. Quick pause, guys. This part of the video is sponsored by Magicmine. So quick sad story, I lost my dad around 12 years ago due to a heart attack, and 3 years after that I also lost my older brother due to also a heart attack. So heart issues have always been a problem in my family. So since then I've been trying to live a healthy lifestyle, but also try to cut back my coffee intake, because 6 years ago I was drinking around 4 cups of coffee per day, and that created a horrible anxiety and also a really bad sleep routine in my life. So since then I've been on the lookout for ways, to improve my mood, my calmness, and also replace that coffee. So I've been trying like green tea, ashwagandha, GABA, and even melatonin to help me sleep at night. So when I got reached out by Magicmine, and after reading all the ingredients, that these 2 ounces, as you can see, just 2 ounces, this is like a 2 ounces bomb. This has ashwagandha, things that I was already using, lion's mane, L-theanine, which comes from green tea, black pepper, which helps you with your digestion, curcumin, matcha, honey, even citicoline, cordyceps. So this thing has it all. So I decided to try it out for 15 days to see the results, and hey, this is a game changer, because usually what I like to do is just drink 1 cup of espresso per day, and yes, I get a ton of energy from it, but the energy, it is like 1 or 2 hours, and after that, hey, it comes down crashing. Usually this is the type of energy we get from coffee, but this thing, the type of energy we're getting from it is usually between 5 to 7 hours, and it is extremely calm and really like in the zone, the way you should be working. So if you are on the lookout for ways to replace your coffee, or you're just looking for something else to add to your morning routine, check it out. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description with a 20% off with the code DeFi Chronicles 20. And also, if you don't like the product, there is a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like the product, just send them an email saying, hey, I don't like the product, I want my money back, and you will be receiving 100% of your money. And also you can keep the Magicmine. So this is a win-win situation. Let me know in the comment section if you try it out and also if it helps you. Back to the video. That the way that I leverage it is comparing coins, projects next to other, and seeing if one of them is undervalued. So what I'm going to be using again is Matic. So I'm going to click on Polygon here. And how I first do it is by knowing what is Polygon. Polygon is an L2 solution. So basically L2 solution is a solution that is built under Ethereum to bring faster, cheaper transaction in Ethereum, under Ethereum. So basically, if I usually take between 10 to 15 transactions per day, so that's a lot of transaction. If I take that on Ethereum, I would be extremely broke right now, because one transaction on Ethereum could cost you between $4, $5 up to $10 per transaction. So if I'm taking 10 transactions per day, that is $50. If you multiply that by 30, that's a lot of money. That is 1.5K only on transaction fees. So what I usually do is use instead Polygon, AVAX, BNB, which has much lower fees per transaction, because usually if I take 10 transactions on Polygon, I might pay maybe $1 or $2 in transaction fees for all my transactions. So now you need to be asking yourself, if this is an L2, a scaling solution under Ethereum, what else can I find out there that is also an L2 solution? We then have, let me show you first, Polygon, which is a layer 2 scaling solution that's emerged to provide faster transaction and lower costs for users. Pretty cool. Now, if we go to Optimism, Optimism is a low cost and lightning fast Ethereum L2 blockchain. So basically the same thing. At least the fundamentals of Optimism and Matic are very similar. Of course, they have different technologies. The TPS, transaction per second, are much more different, but the basics of both of them are an L2, and they are trying to bring faster and cheaper transaction on Ethereum. So now that we know that we have Ethereum, that we have Optimism, and we have Matic, we can look at the stats and do some evaluations. So we first have Matic here. So let me bring Optimism, type it here, OP. So here we have the current price of Optimism, which is 91 cents. Now, if you are a person that doesn't know the differences between market value and market cap, you might think that Optimism is way more expensive than Polygon, because if it says here 91 cents and Polygon says 75 cents, then that means Optimism is way more expensive. Well, not really. Super wrong. Now, if we take a look at the market cap on Polygon, it is 6.5 billion. Cool. If we go to Optimism, we can see that the market cap is 214 million. So there is a big difference. There is a 30x difference in the market cap. So that means Optimism is way less expensive than Polygon. So that means if there is that big difference in the price in the market cap, you could be asking yourself, why is Optimism so much cheaper than Polygon? And this is the type of comparison that I like to make. So I take two L2s, they are the same thing, and I like to say, okay, so Matic is at $6.5 billion. Optimism is at $214 million. So that means I could get a gain of 30x if it goes to $6.5 billion. I could also say if I take 5 or 10 top L2 solutions and I take a look at the market cap, they can be between 6.5, $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion, and get an average and say, so the average for all the L2s is $3 billion. So why the heck Optimism is at 214? So now I need to start asking those questions. Is this has some issues that they need to solve? Maybe the transaction per second is still not good. Maybe the project is still new. Maybe they don't have enough developers on the Optimism scaling solution. Maybe they need other incentive projects, a way to bring more people to use Optimism, get a better community. It can be a lot of questions, but at least now you have a filter when you can say, okay, there is something happening here because we have an L2 that is working because Optimism works, and it is 10x less expensive than Matic. So we might here have a opportunity where Optimism is undervalued. I am not saying that Optimism is undervalued, but this is how I see it. Usually, this is how I compare my L1 to L1, L2 to L2, bridges to bridges, dApps to other dApps. So I know that both of them are the same thing. So I can have a comparison that is okay, because I cannot be comparing Bitcoin to Matic, or I cannot be comparing Ethereum to Optimism because it makes no sense. They are not the same thing. So now I have a comparison. Both of them are the same thing. So why is one more expensive than the other? Pretty cool, right? So now you can go out there and use that information in your favor and start adding some if statements. So maybe the transaction per second Maybe there is other question that you wanna be asking yourself on why this is not as expensive as Matic. But now you have a filter to find some projects that are extremely undervalued or are not on the same type of market cap. So use it and let me know how it is improving your way to invest. If you find this content valuable, as usual, leave a like, subscribe, and talk to you later.